This is the Conservative Czar, August 10th, 2016. Over the last day, there has been a great controversy about Donald Trump. And, and when I first heard about this quote, I have to say, even I fell into this trap of saying, oh my gosh, this is just terrible. Because it was reported in the mainstream media that Donald Trump said that Hillary will destroy the Second Amendment unless the Second Amenders do something about it, and implying that all the implication was, well, he was saying that they should revolt or be violent, and even I was taken aback, and this is a serious, serious thing, very serious, and I was upset about it and thought that maybe this is it, maybe this is the end of the road, that you can't say things like this and run for president. And then I did what no one of you are doing, okay? I went back and looked at the film of what he said, and there is absolutely no question that he was not talking about violence. He was talking about voters. I mean, it's clear. The context of the speech is absolutely clear. There is no doubt that that is what he was talking about. The context of it was that way. The voice and what he was saying was that way. Again, and I almost fell for this. The mainstream media, the mass media, every one of them come out, oh, she's advocating violence. He's advocating violence. And we sit back and say, my gosh, until we look at it. Every one of you look at what he said. Look at the speech. It's clear he wasn't talking about violence. Absolutely clear. If he was talking about violence, there would have been different inflection in his voice. He would have said it differently. It was not on the table at all. This is a fake story. But I'm telling you, same old thing happens. I can only last now about 3 minutes on any show, any Fox show, when I hear this unadulterated crap. And these people, people who do this, they need to be punished. They need to be fired. Their lives need to be ruined because they're doing something horrible. And so this morning, oh, his foot in his mouth. Oh, this is terrible. When I heard this, this is what he keeps doing over and over and over again. We can't allow this to happen. And it's absolutely garbage. I can't. This one is clear, but what's going on here? This is what's going on. And I've said this over and over again, but this is it doesn't stop, so you got to keep talking about it. Donald Trump is unscripted. He speaks honestly in rallies or in interviews that he gives over and over and over again. So he says a lot of things. Now, some people want Donald Trump to not say anything off the cuff, not speak freely, but have every single word scripted like a politician. And we're not voting for Donald Trump because he's part of the political elite. We're voting for him because he is honest, spontaneous. Look at his press conferences. I said this before, his press conferences are works of art. He talks about issue after issue after issue. No notes, no scripting, no hesitation. Boom, boom, boom. And Hillary doesn't do it at all. Most politicians would never go through this. And the reason why is precisely what's happening. So he'll give a speech. In that speech will be a line that can be taken out of context and a controversy created. And it goes like this, by the way. The DNC has about 50 people working on this. They find a little things. Oh, he's talking about violence. They call their 10 or 12 favorite reporters. Washington Post, New York Times, LA Times, ABC, NBC, CBS, CNN. They all run with the story. And they did in this case. In this case, they did. It was an absolute, watch the video. Watch the video. There's no way to interpret this any other way. And then they run with it. The so-called conservative Fox News, I'm going to dream up a word that's proper for these lower than life. And by the way, Stuart Varney, who I've watched, it's one show I watched, one show. He's the worst. Stuart Varney is a lightweight. I've just come to that conclusion. He doesn't understand issues. And I'm very disappointed. I think he's funny and all that, but he just doesn't understand the issues. He is a lightweight. And he does the same thing. Oh my gosh, Trump keeps doing these things. He did nothing. He talked, he spoke, he gave a half an hour speech, and they take one line out of context, make it something it's not, and all the conservative pundits on Fox News, oh, what a terrible thing Donald Trump did. It's ridiculous. It's terrible. It keeps going on. We cannot win anything if we listen to people like this. This is the conservative czar. See you next time.